Hey, what's up guys, Luftinger here as always back on Red Crucible. So, as I promised, with those coins I bought the Wolverine, used it for a couple hours, and here's what I think about it. It is based. So I used the Wolverine for a while and it.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another video. In today's video, well, I've pretty much started it already, am I right? So the clip that you've seen was from Luftangreifer. I'm pretty sure that you'll probably know him. And at the time he complained about the game because premium weapons not being worth it because the game wasn't running smoothly and there were frequent crashes with Unity. Now, let's be honest. For a second, if that was our biggest problem with RCF, I would be genuinely happy, because there are a lot of problems right now, reaching from game balance to the tick system, ping, moving over to the invisible hitboxes that are all over the place, and so on and so on. So really, there's a lot of things that we have to complain about, and let's be honest, the game for a very long period of time has just gone down the shitter, basically, which is what is also being reflected in the player count, because the player count, at least the player count on Steam, has been steadily decreasing, which is always an indicator for the failure of the game. I don't have any numbers on the standalone, but I don't think that numbers are entirely different in that place, that instance. So basically the game is going to shit. That's what I'm trying to say. The reason why is because for a very long period of time, or very long ago, RGS has just simply stopped listening to their community. And as a game company like RGS, the community they have is the most valuable thing that they have, because without a player base, your game can be as good as it possibly could be, right? And if you don't have any players, you're not going to get any sales and you're not going to make any revenue out of it. Now, the reason why you should listen to your players and also, well, just implement certain changes that are suggested by players is so that players are that they keep playing the game. And there were multiple instances of this happening, or multiple instances of RGS simply not wanting to listen to their players. I can name a few examples right off the bat. For instance, the Stega has been requested to be nerfed multiple times, has been requested to be removed out of the store multiple times. And let's be honest, it really kind of ruins the game, because it's just overpowered and unbalanced. So along with that, we had team stacking issues that were requested to be fixed, balancing issues that were requested to be fixed, once again Sega for instance. So there's a lot of stuff to criticize RGS for, and rightfully so, right? If the game was perfect, we would have a player base as big as back in RC2. So far so good, right? If they make bad business decisions, their fault. I mean, yes, it affects us in a certain way, but in the end, if you don't like the game, you can just simply choose another game. There are plenty of good free-to-play games out there that you can try, and that are probably a lot better than this one. Instead of just not listening to the community, recently, actually not that recently, I've made a long break, okay? But at that point recently, so quite a while ago, RGS has actually stopped silencing the community, and they've been trying to silence criticism to kind of, I guess, cover up the mistakes that they've made in their career. And I'm just gonna give you a few examples of that, because just failing at being a good business and trying to silence your community to be to prevent your business from failing, that is a different thing. If I want to make a video criticizing RGS, that should be perfectly legitimate, because if I have a legitimate criticism, then well, RGS essentially could learn from that and make the game better and improve that, and in the end everyone benefits from that, right? So just to give you a few instances of this, is when back in the days when I uploaded my honest trailer. Some of you may remember that. Yeah, it is that thing. And when I uploaded that, I uploaded it on YouTube, obviously, and then I uploaded it on the community forums as well. And on the community forums, you basically had the freedom to post whatever you wanted to, unless it kind of violated the terms of service of the game, or if it violated the terms of service of the forums. And there was really nothing offensive in there, right? It was just pure comedy. And I do acknowledge that it was kind of attacking RGS, but not in a very serious way. It was comedy after all, right? So in a very satiric way. And well, I posted it on the forums to get some extra views, and what they did is they took it down from the forums. And this is something they usually don't do, right? Even when there's stuff out there that they don't like, they usually close the thread instead of taking down the entire post. But in that scenario, they actually took down the entire post so that my video was no longer available for anyone on the forums to see. And that just that raised a few questions in me, because one, if you can't even let comedy happen, how fucking scared do you need to be, right? I don't resent them for taking down my honest trailer from the forums, but in the end it's just like, why would you even need to? Because it's comedy. It wasn't even like serious criticism that was to be taken seriously and word for word, right? And once again, how fucking scared do you need to be? But obviously that's just one instance, and it's not like I was upset once again that they took down my honest trailer. I really couldn't care less, but it's just about the principle of silencing any criticism. Now, if you want some more examples, okay? As of late, I honestly don't even know. That was probably already a month ago. They've abandoned the community forums, and they've started to switch to Discord. So instead of the community forums, they do now have an official Discord server. And before, when they were on the forums, they kind of have control over what people were saying on there, but not as much as on the Discord, right? Because on the Discord they can pretty much do whatever they want, whereas on the forums they kind of had to let it happen. And they realized that on the forums people just started to complain, and while I have to say that it was not very constructive, like what happened on the forums, still it is a part of what you need to deal with if your game is crappy, right? So people were just basically shitposting all over the place, just simply complaining, demanding changes and stuff. And it slowly but surely started to affect other players as well, and it started to spread on the forums, to say the least. So after that, well, they started, I don't know if it was because of that, but they then all of the sudden, for some reason, they switched over to Discord, over which they have pretty much total control. They can mute anyone at any point, and for absolutely nonsense reasons as well. So they have pretty much the absolute control over the Discord server for a number of reasons, which I'm going to elaborate on later on in the video. But the reason why I don't like that Discord is, once again, they have the control over it. And secondly, the Discord is entirely run by players. Now, it's not like I have anything against the players who are running the Discord, but as a company who wants to be taken seriously, you don't let an official institution of yours, which I don't think a Discord server is adequate for, you don't let an official institution of yours be run by players. As good as these players may be, you just don't fucking do that, okay? I am fully aware that the RGS devs, meaning Lolo pretty much, because he's the only person on there, even though he rarely writes anything on it. I think he, in total, in his lifetime on the Discord server, he's probably written about 10 messages. um, he's there as kind of a last instance of control, but he really doesn't do shit. So that's that. So it was entirely a business decision from the very first moment on, because the Discord server is free, if I am not mistaken, whereas they had to pay for the domain on the forums, and also for the servers. And you can already see, like, the Discord itself doesn't replace the forums in its functionality in any way, right? Because the Discord server is not meant to be like an official forum of a game, because on the official forums you can do well, you have pretty much free exchange between developers and players and among the player base, which on the Discord server you don't really have, especially not the exchange between developers and the players, since you are not allowed to tag developers. Now, here are the few main points why I'm upset with the Discord server and why I said that it's kind of a means of control. So, as you may know, media representation is a crucial aspect of a company's face. So, this, for a game company such as RGS, this mainly includes YouTube. Okay, so they have a YouTuber role on the server, which allows you to post links of your videos in the media section, in the separate media channel. And people who don't have that YouTuber role, they cannot access that, or they cannot post anything on that channel. It's obviously meant for promotion, so yeah, makes sense so far, right? So you have to apply for that, which I mean is makes sense, right? It's just an application process that you need to go through. You need to like show how many subscribers you have, videos you post, how many views you get, and so on and so on. And so if your stats are good enough, then you're going to get accepted. Now, the reason why I detest that YouTuber role is, first of all, you may know there's like an official Discord intro that was that every YouTuber who has that YouTuber role on the server needs to put in their videos. I mean, fair enough, right? If you're gonna get promotion from the Discord server, you may as well promote the Discord server in return. But the problem I have with that is that they pressured a certain YouTuber, whose name I will not mention in the video because he didn't want it to be mentioned, but they pressured one of their YouTubers who has this YouTuber role into making an intro for them, which in itself is already fucked up and just shows you how they're just out on saving money essentially, and not doing anything on their own. Like, how fucking lazy do you need to be not even make your own Discord intro that lasts around 10 seconds, but to I guess passive aggressively pressure one of your YouTubers who's promoting your game into making an intro for you. I mean, questionable stuff, RGS, right? And it doesn't stop there, okay? If that was the least that would have happened, fair enough, okay, I could live with it. But basically, you know, in the past I've posted a few videos criticizing like RGS way and how they planned their business and whatever. So obviously RGS just didn't ignore that, and they knew about that. So I applied for the YouTuber role as well, and when my application got accepted, the person who runs the Discord server told me, and once again, it's not his own fault because he did it on behalf of the developer, Lolo. He told me that I cannot post any criticism in the video if I want to keep the YouTuber role. So basically, it's a requirement for any YouTuber who has that YouTuber role or who wants to keep it, that you cannot post any criticism in that video, which is just censorship in its finest. Because even though you get like the 5 views from that Discord server, that's really doesn't grant any company with the permission to just go ahead and say, well, that I may not post any criticism online in return. Because in the end, I just make the content that I want to make. And if you want to remove the YouTube role from me for whatever reason, then go ahead, go fuck yourself, okay? I don't really care about the YouTuber role on Discord. It's just like nice to have, but for the extra 5 views I get, it's not really much. But essentially, you know, it's just the perfect example for what I've been saying the entire time. They're just trying to cover up the mistakes they've made in the past, and they're trying to make the game look better than it actually is. So what am I doing? I'm just, showing them a giant middle finger, and well, here we go. I dropped the video. So, so really the main reason why I don't object to this rule on the Discord server is because as a company, and this is what I said at the very beginning, as a company, you need criticism in order to become better, okay? Do you think any company out there has not improved from getting criticism or getting criticized, right? No, I don't think so. Every single company out there has been criticized and has therefore in return improved and learned from their mistakes and made something better out of their company. So if I'm posting criticism, okay, and it's not like I was just posting criticism to shit on RGS. No, if I criticize something, then it is to cause a change and change the things for the better. To silence criticism is not going to solve anything for you, okay? It is just going to backfire, just as it is going to now. And really, in general, it doesn't help your company, because in the end, once again, you only learn from criticism if you are smart. At least in that case you do. I don't know if you're that smart to learn from criticism. Obviously you have shown us in the past that you don't, and that you much rather silence people instead of actually trying to improve your game for the better. So if you can take anything away from this video, and this is now directly addressing RGS, if you see this and you think, oh, let's fucking remove the YouTuber role from this guy, go ahead. I don't really care, okay? What I care about is that you learn from this video and that you start listening to your community and start improving your game. That way, it's not only going to benefit the community itself, but it's also indirectly going to benefit you, because people are going to like playing your game, they're going to recommend it to friends, they may even make positive reviews of it online, you know, just free promotion like that. But obviously, that's up to you, and what you want to take away is completely up to you. So, as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.